Victory in Texas, SB 1257 passes the House 87-58. Once signed, insurers. So this is the goal of the bill. Once signed, insurers covering gender transition procedures will be required to cover all adverse effects, reversals, and recovery treatments. And then it just says, proud that our expertise and tireless behind the scenes work drove this landmark bill now to Greg Abbott's desk. And this has also been passed by the Senate of Texas, and it's on its way to Greg Abbott's desk. So what this would do, essentially, is any insurer that covers the medical transitioning of anyone also has to fund their detransition if they choose to do so.
Well, they should, honestly, anyone who transitions somebody, especially underage, should just be put in jail.
And that's what one of the comments in the chats were saying, one of the replies. But so what this law does, right? It does not force employers to offer the transgender coverage. This only affects those that already offer it. So those insurance companies that work in Texas that are offering these treatments and offering to cover these treatments, only they are being affected by this. So if you're a Texas insurer and you're like, we're not going to cover something ridiculous like that, you're unaffected by this bill.
Can you believe we have to have these arguments, man? I can't believe
argue about people changing their genders.
I know. I can't believe this used to be such a esoteric out of pocket thing. Like what was it, Chaz Bono or some crap 25 years ago? There was 3 examples people can think of someone who was transgender, and now you see at least multiple people in your everyday lives that are doing this crap. It's wild, man. It goes to show you that we talk about the new media, the old media. We're the media now. The mainstream media still has a lot of power.
They do. They're just I don't know. They're more established, I guess. They're more formal.
A long way. Yeah. Established names go a long way. I mean, it's a big deal.
Look how much it took to destroy CNN's name. I mean, they were lying for years before people were like, all right, let's stop watching them.
Yeah, I mean, notoriety goes a long way. I mean, how you can get a new MMA organization that puts on better fights than the UFC, but they'll never be better than the UFC. The UFC's got the name value. Name value is so important.
Yeah, and then but as far as this bill goes, I mean, I personally, I think you would agree, we should just ban insurers from covering this.
I know. Yeah. Like I said, I can't believe we need to have these conversations. It's crazy. You could, the average person might break their wrist or something, and there might be some sort of loophole. And you're like, oh, well, I can't get insured on my stuff, but you want to change your gender, by all means, get insured.
Yeah. And then, but I mean, obviously, this is a step in the right direction. I hope someday that we no longer see any of these surgeries. But like you're saying, the fact that we even have to have this conversation is insane. But so a funny aspect of this that I'm sure you would enjoy is someone in the replies when I was looking at this also commented how insurers that offer these transition coverage, the coverage for these transitions, now that they're also going to have to cover the adverse effects and the reversals, it's going to cause the premiums of these insurance companies to go up. But someone in the replies mentioned how that only affects insurers that offer this. So all the insurers that offer this transgender stuff, guess who's paying more for your coverage now? So congratulations. You want to buy into this? You really got to buy into it.
Yeah. Oh man, it's
I mean, people talk about this a lot. I don't know how much we can really add to it. Do we really want to get into the gender conversation? I like that this bill passed, but again, why do we need to have this conversation? Men can clearly not become women, and vice versa. It should be apparent to anyone.
This whole I'm trying to. I'm slowly getting my words because I'm also cognizant of the fact, on YouTube and Twitch, but this Transformer Decepticon type stuff used to really be some sort of sexual fetish, which is, why Thailand gets the reputation it did. Well, no, 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 no. I mean, the people who,
No, but it's I know what you're saying. There's people that get off on dressing this way, and then there's people that get off on seeing people dress this way. It was a
and then
kink.
there's
It
people,
was a
yeah.
fetish.
I mean, like, people would travel to Thailand and,
Hmm.
they
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean,
they want to partake.
Thailand's ladyboys are well known.
Yes, and it was like a very specific sort of fetish, I guess, and people would kind of be, joked on about it. And now it's just like a normal thing, and the speed in which it's normalized is insane. Like, man, the damage that the deep state can do is almost immediate, and then the recovery from that is like generational. It's crazy how that happens.
Yeah,
It's going to take us some generations to fix the damage that was done, but it basically took them from like 2010 to like 2016 to really normalize some of this crap.
it still baffles me how we even got to a point where this was normalized. I mean, how do you even? I mean, it baffles me that they were able to tie the T with the rest of the LGB. You know what I mean? Like the whole LGBT acronym, it doesn't even make sense itself. So the fact they even got to that point was insane, where they
Yeah,
started referencing trans as the same thing as being gay.
the Q part doesn't make sense to me either. I was like, isn't that bisexual?
Well, yeah, I don't even know what it just seems redundant. Same thing with the lesbian. Like lesbians
Yeah,
call themselves
lesbians.
lesbians because they don't want to be referred to as gay because they feel like men took the gay word. So they're
Even though
like,
they're
we want our
yeah,
own word. So L and G are already the same thing, and then B just means you're both. You like both. So
but
it's
we
like
all
the
know
whole
Q.
acronym is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
We know this.
it should just be GB, the GB boys.
It should just be the GB. It should just be the gay buys.
Game Boy, gay by GB Advance, like Game Boy Advance game.
Dude, that'd be a way better acronym. Can I be a part of the Game Boy Advanced community?
Yeah, you can sell nice little hats with just like fancy GB lettering. Just yo, we part of GBs now.
Oh, so it'd be GBA. So then you'd still include the asexuals, Joey.
Rage Flowers. Rage Flowers says, "I swear it's not even fun to dress up as a anime magical girl waifu anymore. They
They
ruined it."
ruined. They absolutely did. I agree.
You know what I noticed too about the I call them the Decepticons, so you two don't know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But they've basically infiltrated some other what used to be niche sort of um entertainment avenues, like for example, like I used to grow up being a big wrestling fan, and like the demographics for wrestling have completely changed. It used to be like college dude bros that were going to the shows together to have a good time and go crazy, and now it's like these safe space, uh ginormous, soft people who, if you say anything edgy, they get all upset and flustered. And they're starting to do the same stuff with anime and those types of, and comic books. Like, you're starting to get these
I feel like that's starting to turn
people
around though. I think we're slowly seeing some of that stuff come
slowly.
back. I mean, look at
Yeah,
how we reclaimed the word retard, Joey. We can say
we
retard again.
reclaimed it.
We reclaimed retard. There is hope. There is hope
We
for the
gotta
future.
we gotta reclaim the F word.
Reclaim the F word. We need to reclaim tranny. That needs to be reclaimed. Um,
Who?
no,
Trainee.
but no, I do agree though. We've seen them seep their way into all facets of culture. But I think we're starting to see that kind of backtrack. So I can only hope for better content going forward. Any